Yo, 10 shots, 6 blunts blowing through the session. Dragging on a split, free and dragging on a cliff. A MC in the booth, an assassin on the roof. I'm just waiting to shoot. Nigga, hurry up and die. Greatest truck of spares, you would think you had drama.
Listen, we're back. We want to talk some Alicia Atout. At least the hater should not hate on this one, because if he does, I don't know what to do. But we're seeing that they kind of put out is Alicia Atout, however they say her name. I always chop up everybody's name. That makes her special because I fucked up her name as well. That they're gonna, will she start her own group? The last time we seen a female do that was Salina de la Renta. Now, which AB put her on the Mount Rushmore Hall of Fame. We all agreed to that as well. But I gotta admit, as much as I like Atout, as much as I've seen such a progress from kind of the backstage role of being an interview person and being with Richard Holiday, the one thing that I keep telling people is a lot of managers, valets, whatever you want to label them, they do too much and they take away from what's inside the ring. Atout does not. She does just enough. You notice her, but she doesn't take like any attention off of what's going on in the ring, and I really appreciate that about her work. I don't know if they're going to try to build something like that with her, but we all know who her best friend is, Salina de la Renta, so who better to learn from? But talk to me on this, gentlemen. I don't care who goes first. Hit me, holla at me.
It's age before beauty, so.
Oh, man, this is not a baseball segment, fam.
Well, AB was gonna go first, anyways. I'm just showing up.
No. I went first the other time, but you're good. I'll let you go.
Yo, so I mean, Atout is doing her shit, starting from jumping from Canada, different little companies, was an Impact for a while, then went to MLW. Now she's definitely flourished in MLW. Her little relationship with Mr. Kevin Costner, aka Richard Holiday.
Yes, sir.
Fresh cup of coffee, fresh air. I mean, she's definitely doing her thing. As a managerial thing, I don't know, like what type of crew they'll give her if that goes forward, if it does happen. But we might see that it might actually happen since now they brought in a new lady announcer, guy, and I forgot her name, and I hate myself right now for that.
Sam Leterna.
Yeah, Sam Leterna, and we interviewed her here before. Beautiful young lady. So she's doing that now. So this definitely gives an opening for Atout to go into that managerial role. I mean, I don't know if she's a wrestler the same caliber as Natasha Class is, which is De La Renta, goes by her real name now. So I don't know if she could wrestle like that and get herself in the ring too, or if she just be outside like the beautiful mouthpiece for the group going forward, or how much you'll get behind the scenes producing stuff, doing stuff like Classic did before. So it'll be interesting once they come back from the break to see where she goes with her role there. So, hey, Beans.
All right. So I want to give credit where credit is due, because this young lady at the age of about 17 years old started, calling herself the interview queen. She's done some really big interviews with music legends, like Greta Van Fleet. I'll put them in that legend category. Steel Panther. She's even done some stuff with of course the people that we know, Young Bucks, Jericho, Omega. So she started young. She quoted herself, or claimed herself to be the interview queen. And then she moved on to doing interviews and doing the work in the wrestling. So yeah, we mentioned Impact, and we mentioned that she was on Twitch for Impact, and She actually did something with AEW for, again, I think we call that a cup of coffee. Came in, went out, but I think she said that MLW is her home. She went back, and now they're trying to create a new persona for her. She's always been the good girl, the nice young girl that, she was there for the interview, putting the mic in people's faces and being a little bit timid. I think this is a change of personality for her. I do feel that it's very uncomfortable for her. You can sort of see it. You can see that, even making out with Holiday on stage and on the entrance ramp it's a little funny for her. But I think she's going to do well. I think that she's got the right people around her. Holiday, I think we mentioned on the Mount Rushmore show that it seems like really Holiday's doing a lot of work, right? MGF, who else did we mention that he sort of pushed and coached?
Hammerstone.
Hammerstone.
Hammerstone, right? Our boy, right? So she's got him around. She's also got Miss Class around. I think that this is going to be good for her. Now, is she going to reach that level to be Salina de la Renta
That's
type?
tough.
That's tough. Those are some hard shoes to fill, and I really wish that
It's the
um,
earn.
it is. It's very early. I just really wish that they would have not in storyline killed Selena, because there would have been a way to bring her back. I think that there would have been a way to
Well,
bring her back.
well, in a way, they technically did not kill her because if you watch the Aztec Underground series, you do see her name on the door.
Ah,
And
nice.
she's kind of crying behind closed doors. So
Yeah.
So what do you think? What do you think is going to happen here? Do you think? Let's tie this in a little, right? Do you think that Selena comes back in a way to take down Holiday, to take down a toot?
I think it would be a perfect way to marry. Well, I don't know. I don't care. I'll say marry. Two and De La Renta together and have them kind of do their own thing, but maybe kind of under El Jefe. You know what I mean? Maybe you could kind of have Selena De La Renta as El Jefe's right hand, kind of like where what's the girl that was from Lucha Underground that was there for a few seconds and then she just kind of
a
Carly
Carly,
Perez.
Carly, yep.
Yeah, I think you could put Selena De La Renta in that role, have Richard Holiday and a Tooth stay in the clout couple role, but kind of with De La Renta. And at that point, whatever you're gonna do with El Jefe and De La Renta, she's with them and they have their own power group.
I could see the same thing except Natalia being with MLW, like a little war between both of them, with El Jefe, with a Tooth on that side, and her
Okay.
with MLW on the other side. You know, women, like they say, female rule the world, but you can't have both of them together. It's gotta have to be either or. Power play. Either you come here or you go there. So so
That works for
I
me.
can see that. But I mean, whatever happened with De La Renta before she left MLW, if it's something having to do with the same mess with Vance Warner, it might happen, it might not happen, but I don't know what happened, but she like left there abruptly. So
I mean, but the storyline was drawn out, right? I mean,
yeah,
Yeah.
they could have killed her off way earlier in that storyline if there was bad blood there.
Yep.
I think that, and just because I follow her on Instagram, I think that, and I hope I'm not speaking out of place here, but I think that there was some family things going on, and then of course with COVID, she probably wanted to be at home. She wanted to be with the family, and then who knows how long she had been away from the family, and
yeah.
the family is everything, right? So,
Oh,
I think that she did her part to to play the storyline out and make sure that she went away from the company in good terms. I think she'll be back. I hope she'll be back. I really do. I see one of the other wrestling companies that's got factions over factions over factions, and one of the things MLW doesn't have is a good, solid faction. So you got a couple of tag teams out there that are good, but yeah, they could certainly use a big manager role that the empresaria role that would bring them under her and really strike fear in some of those other tag teams.
Well, and the last big faction that they had was Contra Unit. And then once Contra Unit got, broken up,
Disbanded.
yeah, there hasn't been anything, everything was, you said, was tag team. And pretty much every tag team has either disappeared with Injustice, breaking up, and then whatever happened with 5150 with Slice Boogie being in Cali, the only like tag teams left were the Von Erichs if they don't get stuck in Hawaii every other week. Or,
Well, yeah, you had Hustle and Power.
yeah, I was like, well, and that's it. And now those SAT Maximals came back, so that's something they're going forward. But
So can I leave you guys with this, because you mentioned Contra Unit, and I'm curious if you think the show has been completely different since, and I mean as a more violent, aggressive level, when you had Josef Samael, part of MLW. As soon as he's been gone, I do feel that the show went to a completely different
oh yeah,
aspect, and it has not been anywhere close to prior to him.
right. Well, that's what I was gonna say. Whatever happens, if this happens with this draft again, if it happens, and then who they start bringing back, will they have a faction where they're gonna have some tag teams come in, stuff like that. So, it'd be interesting. But yeah, the show has definitely calmed down since your homie there took his little, ride in the hood in the trunk and never seen him since. He
Listen,
took
Joseph
he took
Samael is the only person that's never getting put in the trunk, my brother.
he took the Bram ride. He's still in the trunk with Bram.
Yeah, man. There's
All right.
people that there's people that really protect their brand, and I think he's one of them. He protects his brand. I wish more talent out there did that, man.
Yeah, and you know what? We're gonna have to get him on. I'm gonna hit him up because I know he's on vacation right now. I'm gonna set up an interview because it's definitely needed to do another one with him. That's the big homie. But listen, we've chopped it up. We've talked it. We got one more topic to do before we do the interview. So, ladies and gentlemen, for myself, AB, Muffins Martinez, like, subscribe, all that other good stuff that I always forget to do all the time. AB reminds me I'm gonna have to throw something on there. So y'all know what it is. It is what it is. Deuces.